Hey everyone, Jenny here. Welcome to your reading for this week for, I believe the dates are October 20th through the 26th. So I've got a few decks with me, and that, considering we are coming up towards Halloween or Samhain if you're pagan and you celebrate it, I do have the Witch's Wisdom deck. I do have a Halloween Oracle, but I'm actually going to save that for the next video because we'll be closer to Halloween. All right, but so I also have Blessed Be, a Fairy Forest, Celtic Messages, and an Angel Dreams deck. So I'm going to sort of decide what I want to use as I go along, but I can tell you first and foremost, I am going to use the Witch's Wisdom deck because it's appropriate for this time of year. Right? And I do feel like for the month of October, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it sort of brings out your witchy side, even if you are not a self-proclaimed witch. Okay? So I'm just going to shuffle and see what we need to know for today and the week ahead. While I'm shuffling, maybe ask your guides, your higher self, the universe, whomever, spirit, whomever, what you also need to know. Or if you have a specific question, maybe have that, and hopefully these cards or whatever messages I receive can answer that for you. Okay, so what do we need to know? Okay, so I'm gonna pull a few more cards. Actually, I'm looking right at the Blessed Be deck. So actually, let me put that back over here. Oh. Each deck wants to be shuffled a little bit differently, but these decks are pretty big. And I don't have the biggest hands, so sometimes it gets a little difficult. Oh, okay, two want to come out for that one, so I'm just going to go with it. And you know what? I'm going to use the Fairy Forest. Also a big deck. Okay, these ones shuffle a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to start with what I have now. So this is first card from the Witch's Wisdom deck. We have here Broomstick Clearance. If I angle it that way, there's less of a glare. So what I feel is, you're clearing, you're releasing, you're letting go, or you're just letting things be. I've been saying that a lot more to people lately when giving them readings or just some advice. It's like, if you are too much in your head, you're thinking about things too much, then just let whatever the situation is, just let it be. Just let it be. Accept the fact that it may be chaotic or not going the way that you want to right now. And quite honestly, maybe it's not supposed to. There's a reason for everything. There's always a silver lining with everything. And so oftentimes, we can get stuck in the muck, stuck in the mud, and we can't really see our way out. Sometimes you have to let things be. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. So if a situation is muddy, leave things alone. Just leave things alone and try to refocus. Try to, easier said than done, that I know, but try to think of other things to occupy your mind, because then it will help to keep your emotions more in check, more in balance. But so there is this sense, at the very least, of just clearing out. Now, I mean, this is my bedroom. I actually recently did a little bit of feng shui. I watched a couple of YouTube videos on feng shui, and I mean, because my room was starting to get cluttered anyway. So cleaning out like my west corner, doing a little things to my east corner. I'm hoping it will change. Usually it takes at least a week, I'll say, for the new energy to sort of kick in. So we'll see. And I just did this like a couple nights ago. But so maybe, if you're watching this, if this resonates with you, look to feng shui. And I mean, you could just Google it. There's plenty of articles, there's plenty of websites, YouTube videos on it, and just practice a little bit what they're preaching. Either way, there is a sense of clearing out. And like I said, this very well could be physical stuff, like in your bedroom, like I've done. It could actually also be letting go of a relationship, really moving past a relationship, kind of turning the corner. This could be letting go of a job to start a new one, selling your home. If you've been considering selling your home, I would take this as a sign like it's a good time to do so. So consider putting your home on the market. Yeah, that's a main message. I'm going to see what the Blessed Be Angel. Okay. So number 32, and I'm going to, if these cards have numbers on them, I'll be sure to mention them because they may resonate with you. 32 also reduces down to number 5, which is actually all about change. We have here a blessing for peace of mind. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, if you've really been thinking about something over and over again and things aren't really getting better, let things be. Let things be. Focus on whatever else you need to, because that is going to help bring you peace of mind. Okay? And that's what you need right now. Never mind want. I mean, everyone wants peace of mind, but that is what you need right now. Okay? We have here number 41, or also a number 5. Wow, a lot of change. Awen, gift, divine inspiration, awakening. All right. So this fairy Awen, I actually feel, so I'm really drawn to the words divine inspiration, or I'm seeing the word epiphany in my head. And I've sort of had a mini epiphany a couple nights ago, or no, earlier this week, rather. It was more like Monday. And just that something needed to change. And it sort of feels like a drastic change. But, sometimes even with a drastic change, you have to take baby steps. Well, maybe part of my baby steps was cleaning out, feng shuiing my room just a little bit. Either way, I feel like this is saying that if you sort of have an epiphany, or you get to looking at feng shui, it might bring on an epiphany, okay? That you need to kind of change something, change how you're doing things, change how you're thinking. If you've been thinking far more negatively, man, that's just going to affect your entire energy field. And it's going to affect everything else around you. Easier said than done, because I know when you're on that train, it is hard to put the brakes on. I get that. But the more you do it, the more you force yourself to stop the negativity, the easier it does get. But so try to train yourself to really think of the positive, or find a silver lining, find a blessing, a hidden blessing within the mess. Okay? And if you need to, maybe ask her for help. All right? What else do we need to know for this week? Athame, boundaries. That's also, I feel like, quite a lesson for people to learn, myself included, is putting up boundaries. I want to say put up okay. So I'm going to relate this to like a love relationship. It doesn't have to necessarily be love. It can be familial. It can be friends. It can be even with a coworker. So just a relationship. And I'm going to say, as I say these words, whatever relationship sticks out in your mind first, this message is for that relationship. Okay? Do you get that? So, boundaries. Oftentimes people need boundaries because there is not an equal give and take between, especially if it's between two people. And you usually do see this in regards to love relationships more so than any other. But, one person tends to give, while the other person is very good at taking and gives minimal effort, not equal to what the other person's giving. Well, guess what? That main giver is going to burn out. And the main giver is the one who needs to put up the boundaries so they do not burn out. When you put up boundaries, I'm hearing don't completely close off your heart, though, okay? Some people are very good at putting up walls and deadbolts and locks and more padlocks and iron gates and you name it. Don't be like that. But if someone's always wanting like your time, start telling them you're busy, okay? Or if you are always going to that other person and they're not reciprocating, coming to you or meeting you even halfway, sorry, say you're busy. You can't go. You have other things to do. Whether or not that's a lie, I don't really want to say, oh, lie to the person, because lying doesn't really get you anywhere good. It really doesn't. But it's just the act of sort of putting a speed bump. I don't really want to so much say stop sign. Putting a speed bump on that track. All right? And if the other person you're dealing with does have an ounce of respect, they will respect your wishes and start to respect you. And in time, you won't need such strong boundaries. I say in time, okay? Because I'm getting that time is important. A lot of us, and I feel specifically the divine feminines, kind of want to get things going. Impatience is running high. I understand that. But things happen in time. And I'm hearing you have time. This is no life or death situation. You have time, okay? So for now, for the time being, put up some boundaries. If you need to say you're busy, then you need to say you're busy. And you'll probably end up being busy, though. That's just it. You'll probably end up being busy because you're putting it out there. But what else do we need to know to go along with that? Number 25 or a 7, a blessing to find the truth. Okay, so what I'm hearing with this is communication. So if this is in relation to like the love relationship I was getting, or like I said, it could be familial, friendship, whatever, that open lines of communication is needed. It will also help to establish boundaries. You don't want to play games with people, okay? Do not play head games with people. If all of a sudden you just start ignoring someone and kind of leaving them to wonder like, what the hell happened? Well, you know what? That is kind of rude. They may be taking a lot from you. It's possible, but they don't realize that they're doing it. Maybe it's just in their nature. So maybe communicate with them, tell them the truth as to sort of why you're stepping back, all right? Because then it will help to put things in perspective for them. And maybe that is a lesson that they need to learn, but they need to hear the truth from you. So I'm hearing, be very open to speaking and receiving the truth. You know that famous quote, the truth will set you free? It will, actually. And Gizmo says hi. Nope, not on the table. All right. Now, okay. With the Fairy Forest card, we have here number 11, which 11 is actually a very powerful master number. It doesn't usually get reduced down to 2, but you can reduce it down to 2 if that fits with you. We have here Ragnarok, destruction, ending, final moment. Well, this does go in line with the broomstick clearance card, right? Clearing out, releasing, letting go. That is, in essence, an ending. So you have an ending of some sort coming. I'm hearing mentally, emotionally. So it could also be the way you end up, you stop thinking negatively. You end that train. All right? Could also be a relationship, work, your place of living. All right. So an ending is coming. I'm hearing though blessings are coming in very rapidly behind it. Well, so let's see if this sort of confirms the blessings coming in. Watchtower of the East, spring. Granted, we are in autumn. Spring, though, is all about awakening, new beginning, new life, if you will, new vitality. I'm trying to think what other words really symbolize spring. Fresh, if you will. So, blossoming abundance. There we go. That's what's coming in immediately. And I'm literally hearing immediately. Just let go, because freaking 48 hours later, this is coming in. And I'm hearing you need to trust it. Whatever it is, you need to trust it. Okay? Now, 2 cards had fallen out when I was shuffling the Blessed Bee deck. So, okay. And these would be the blessings, a number 17 or an 8, which actually is quite a prosperous number. A blessing on your love. New love is coming in, whether it really is with someone new or just it's a new wave, revitalization with someone that you've thought about walking away from. There's an ending and a new beginning in love. Okay? And I'm hearing you can trust that. This is a number 36 card, which is also a 9, a blessing on your wisdom. Lessons. Oh, a lot of love lessons. On both sides, on both parts, between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. A lot of lessons are being learned right now. And oftentimes, the hardest lessons are learned when something is released. Okay? So just know that. Also, when boundaries are put up, but definitely when something is released. A lot of learning, a lot of growth, but it's so necessary. And I'm hearing like this is really a good thing. And I do feel that honestly, October 31st is going to be really powerful for a lot of people. Okay, so just know leading up to it that there is just this change upon you. Just go with it. Don't fight it. And also, I should mention, because October 31st is also the first day of Mercury retrograde. Now, generally that means when Mercury's in retrograde that the influence is sort of reversed on us. That communication in all forms, technological, between people, even talking to ourselves, our higher self, spirit, communication is sort of wonky. There can be delays. They say not to even sign contracts during a retrograde. I mean, I've signed contracts during retrograde and nothing bad has actually ever happened to me. So, and it's interesting because for me, I actually feel that this retrograde is going to be okay for me. I don't feel I'm going to be that affected. Maybe a little bit. Maybe I'll have a problem, uploading a video or something, but I'm not getting like this huge, like, oh my God, life ending type of thing. But I'm mentioning it to you guys anyway because it's right at Halloween, right at Samhain, where the veil is the thinnest. So the physical world and the ethereal world are like so connected. And when I say like it's the perfect time for change and blessings and magic and all that, it literally is. But it's in line with a retrograde, so I am interested to see how it actually plays out. But I don't think it's going to be as bad as people are saying. That's just my opinion. So with the Elf Queen, we have here number 13 card or 4, introverted, burden, responsibility. I'm also hearing the word stability. Number 4, and probably because of the number 4. Number 4 represents foundation, or building a foundation, if you will. So to me, this is the energy coming in. Responsible, mature. I'm not so much hearing burden. I mean, that doesn't really resonate with me as I'm speaking about this, but it might for you. But to me, it's just sort of coming into your own. And maybe that's the responsibility, is being responsible really for yourself and how you go about your life and dealings with people and really doing what is best for you. That's really not a bad responsibility to have, though. Okay? The Elf Queen. That's good energy. I'm debating if I want, you know what, I'm feeling a message from the Celtic Messages deck. Okay? Kind of one last thing. What do we need to know? Okay, I'm going to pull 3. So this one's sort of for all of us. What do we need to know? I'm going to pull one for the Divine Masculine. What does the Divine Masculine need to know? And then what does the Divine Feminine need to know? Okay, put that back there. Okay, so for all of us, we have here a number 45 or a 9, which is the Bear, Strength. Rely on your inner strength right now. I am hearing also you have a support system around you. So don't be afraid to rely on that, whether it's family, friends. You have a support system around you. Whatever you're going through right now is temporary, okay? Keep reminding yourself of that. It's temporary. And if you are watching this video, this means, and I just said this to someone yesterday, your track record is 100%. You have literally survived everything you have been through if you are sitting there watching this video right now. All right? Because if you haven't, you would either be dead or in like a mental institution. Let's be serious. So you're stronger than you think you are. Own it. Own it. Now, Divine Masculines. Where are they at? What do they need to know? What do we need to know as the feminine? What do we need to know about them? Number 24, 6 is the field, work. Okay, so for some of you masculines, you are probably just like headstrong in work. Like that is your goal right now, is just to work, to build a life for yourself, to move on up, if you will. Work. I'm also hearing, though, don't be afraid to put in work or put in the effort in other areas of your life. Don't just put it in to work, because then you are going to miss out. For whatever reason, maybe you think that you can't have both. You can't have great love and great work, but you can. But guess what? They both involve work. All relationships involve work. Even the great ones, even the ones, you think like they're helplessly in love and have been for years. Yes, they are, because they have worked at it. All relationships take work. Don't be afraid to put in the work if there's something that you want. Okay? Divine Feminines, what do you need to know? Where are you at? Number 18 or 9. We've had a few 9s, right? The Spring, refreshment. I like this because I'm also hearing cleansing, healing. For those of you, you may need to drink more water. You actually may need to hydrate a lot more to help combat some physical issues. But either way, there is this sort of cleansing, a coming undone, if you will, an ending. But the news coming in right behind it, right behind. Okay? There's a lot of blessings in with this cleansing and healing. Allow yourself to cleanse and heal. All right? That is it. I hope you have all enjoyed these messages. I hope it's resonated with you. Please pass this on, share this with others so that it may help them. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And check out other links in the description below. I will see you guys next time. Bye.